What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? I am Pirates the Master, and welcome to my first ever Warzone loadout video. Now I'm gonna be giving you 10 loadouts. There's a melee one, there's a shotgun one, and there's a couple other ones that I really think that you're gonna vibe with. So anyway, if you actually enjoy Warzone loadouts and whatever else, hit that follow, hit the like button, comment down below, and don't forget to subscribe. Anyway, let me go into my first one right now, and this is my sweat class. This is what my go-to, my baby. Now, now here with the MCW, you can really use anything you want. I personally have been using the classic reflex sight from that they brought back from COD 4, and then I use the Midnight Barrel. There's a lot of different barrels you can use, but this one, I just love it for the accuracy and the damage, and movement speed as well as aim down sight speed. Uh, the Spitfire suppressor, you guys already know if you watch a ton of different guys out there using uh, loadout or making loadout videos like Iceman Isaac and whatnot and Metaphor. A lot of the guys love this barrel, and they also like the shadow. You can use the shadow strike, but this one, like, look at the benefits, and uh, we can show the detail. Yeah, look at that. 33 or 5% effective damage range, 5% minimum damage range, and 8% bullet velocity. That is insane. That is, and look at that. Boom, minus 7% for both horizontal and vertical recoil. Damn. 40 round mag is standard. I know you can use the 60 round drum mag if you really want, but I don't, I'm not a big fan of it. Anyway, we're gonna go with the Cat AMR uh, sniper rifle, and for this, I'm gonna use the Sonic Suppressor. Sonic Suppressor, I mean, look at that, max damage essentially. Effective damage range is about 81 meters, and minimum damage range 81 meters. Bullet velocity plus 13%. That's ridiculous. And yeah, Sonic Suppressor XL is what you want to rock. I like this laser sight. This one's been my go-to. Aiming stability, aim down sight speed, sprint to fire, and for each it's like 4%, minus 4%, minus 6%. So armor piercing if you want to get like those headshots and body shots. The F-Tac Charlie, I actually started using it for Iceman Isaac. Like, I used this around day one or the early days of Warzone 3. But and oh yeah, this is what I love. I absolutely love. I need rechamber speed. Now I'm gonna use this in action. Boom! Look at that. And now essentially you break his armor with one shot, and then you can, like, or of course, headshot. Now this is my gross build, and oh my god, this thing is straight up. If you want to, like, infuriate people, this is the class to do it. Obviously, you're gonna use the Bruin and the Riveter. Now for the Bruin, Choreo Eagle's Eye. I feel like everyone uses that. 60 round mag, that's self-explanatory. Armor piercing rounds, self-explanatory as well. I think you can see the details on this one. Yeah, look at that damage. And then the Bruin, I mean, it's got the name in the. I mean, there are the other ones, but this one This one to me doesn't have that many drawbacks. I mean, it has drawbacks, but it doesn't have that as many as the others. And look at the recoil. Look at the recoil and the bullet velocity. Ridiculous. I love it. Now, this is the absolute pinnacle of Riveter gameplay in Warzone 3. What you're gonna want is the 30 round mag, incendiaries, obvious reason. The F-Tac Ripper 56, which gives you horizontal and vertical recoil control as well as gun kick. And then this will give you bullet velocity and stuff, which I think for a shotgun that's just and it's insane. It's and then oh yeah, so the perk packages, essentially my perk package, like most of the time I'm running Scavenger, Bomb Squad, Tempered, and Ghost. Ghost so I can stay off, like be hidden from radars and whatnot, and then Tempered so instead of having to use 3 vests, I use 2. And then Scavenger. Scavenger and Bomb Squad are self-explanatory. Now this one is more of a meme build. It's essentially just a ride shield and the soul render. But the gun, the weapons are not the main. The main is the tactical and the lethal. Because if you want to run melee, you want to run stun, and then you want to run like either breacher drones or breacher drones great. I can also recommend drill charges, subtexes, and throw knives. So, and like I said earlier with the Riveter, all those apply to this one. This one's also heavily troll class, but this one is a little bit different in perk setup. You're gonna want to run Bomb Squad. Because Bomb Squad reduces damage from non-kill streak explosives and fire, and reset fuse times when picking up live grenades. Ghost, self-explanatory, but you're all so perk 1 and perk 3 though are Mountaineer and resupply, respectively, of course. Mountaineer is going to reduce fall damage, and resupply is going to resupply equipment over time. So combine that with the shotgun and a ride shield, it is the most annoying. This is the annoying class over time. This is the new one I just made, and oh my god. Right after I make this video, I'm gonna go into a game and test it out myself. So, if you love the TAC 56, if you were a meta-hugging sweat lord that used it back in Warzone 2 and Modern Warfare 2, dark times, yes, I know. This will reinvigorate your love for armor piercing, 60 round, eagle's eye, and then obviously the barrel and the suppressor are the main points because you get an effective damage range of 24%, minimum damage range also plus 24%, and then a bullet velocity of plus 10%, and then a hipfire spread of minus 8%. So, and shadow strike suppressor. Now, this is the key for downing people at longer range than you want. Explosive rounds for that one-shot potential. Field wrap handle for crouch movement speed and aim down side speed. The laser for aim walking steadiness, tac stand spread, sprint to fire speed, and aim down side speed, of course, for sniping. You're going to want the CP60 grip for aiming idle sway and flinch resistance. Self-explanatory. And the FJX Blast Bolt for rechambering speed. That's why I'm reloading the bullet. I use Stim, Semtex, and the perks as shown right there. Now this is the newer gun. Now these are 2 of the newer guns we've gotten in seasons like 1 and 2. So this is the SO8 Subverter, and of course you know this is as the Stalker. Now, what do you want for... I personally rock with the quarters classic reflex. The precision stock, which is like aiming, idle sway, firing aim stability, and gun kick control. 50 round drum mag, you can once again use any either. I don't care what you like. Either works for you. That's what I meant to say. Not I don't care for what you use, but I appreciate. So with this barrel, you get bullet velocity and range, firing aim stability, gun kick control, and recoil control. Boom, those are the numbers. And then with the stalker, oh, and as well as the Jack BFB gives you gun kick control, vertical recoil, and horizontal recoil. Now, with the sniper, you're gonna want this as well. The barrel for the Fission 60 barrel for bullet velocity and range, aiming idle sway, and firing aim stability. And then 50 cal explosives for the one-shot headshot, no stock for like movement and stuff. And then the XRX Stalker factory grip for sprint fire and aim down sight speed. For a sniper, that is absolutely key. This one's kind of like a rebirth-ish one. This is, of course, the BASB and the Rival 9. Which, as you can tell by the iron sights, it's essentially the CMX9 or whatever from Modern Warfare 2019. I love that gun, so it's back. Now, you can use whatever you want for the BASB, but this is what I personally have been rocking with. There's also the conversion kit, which I think got a huge nerf recently, so I don't want to comment on its effectiveness recently. So, VT7 Spitfire Suppressor L will make you undetectable by radar, recoil control, bullet velocity, and damage range. And while you're sacrificing that, you're obviously making up for all the pros you see right there. Now, with the barrel, you need the Bruin Venom Long Barrel, which gives you bullet velocity and range, recoil control, aiming idle sway, and gun kick control. And ooh, look at those numbers. Those numbers are good. Those numbers are really, really good. I like the precision. It gives me a clean red dot. Like it gives me a clean red dot where I can see vulnerability on my enemies essentially. What you're going to want for your stock is the Ravage 20 Heavy Stock, which will give you gun kick control, recoil control, firing, aim stability. I know it's a huge sacrifice for all of these, but I still move around the map pretty quickly with this. Now the Rival 9, this is my Adderall setup essentially. You're going to need the Wrath Guard Compensator S for horizontal recoil and firing aim stability. I know you can, well, you can... I'll check with you guys. Oh, that does actually. Wait, hold on. Oh, yeah, never mind. Use the Jack BFB. It's becoming a common thing that the Jack BFB is the muzzle of all, like the Jack of all trades muzzle. So I highly recommend that. You're going to need the Rival 38E Fire Starter Barrel. Jesus, that is a mouthful. Anyway, this will give you aim down sight speed, movement speed, sprint to fire speed, and sprint speed, which in SMG, that's crucial. You're going to need for the underbarrel, you're going to need the XRK Edge BW4 hand stop. Aim walking speed, movement speed, aim down sight speed, sprint to fire speed. 40 round mag, self-explanatory, and the Rival Vice Assault Grip will give you gun kick control, firing aim stability, and recoil control with the SMG on the move. This is very, very important. I pretty much made what I would consider like the DMR Mac 10. Now, if you remember early on in Warzone 3, you had something called the MTZ Interceptor and the WSP Swarm, which I thought at the time it was essentially the DMR Mac 10 Part 2, and it was so good. But now that the MTZ Interceptor was nerfed into the ground, this is my DMR Reborn. For the KVD Enforcer, you're probably going to need to level up the full thing to take advantage of this. But Choreo, Eagle's Eye, self-explanatory. Armor Piercing, the Spitfire Suppressor, as you may know by now if you watch most of this video, is that it's a really, really good suppressor when it comes to bullet velocity, damage range, and recoil control. Uh, the CAS 10 M8 uh, 584 millimeter mod barrel will give you damage range, bullet velocity, recoil control, and aiming idle sway. This is very, very key for marksman rifles. And then the stealth angle grip will give you tac stand spread, aiming idle sway, horizontal recoil control, or horizontal recoil, aiming walk steadiness. This is very key, and this is my baby right here. I essentially created like an SMG version of the Growl from Warzone 1. The shots are pretty steady with this thing. I mean, at long range, but at short, look at that. It's disgusting. It is You're going to want the Hatchet Light stock for aim down sight speed, aim walking speed, and movement speed. 20 round mag. I don't really know about. Okay, never mind. Use the 50 round drum. So use the 50 round drum. You want to keep as many mags as you want. Shadow Sight strike suppressor as we undetectable by radar, but it doesn't really drawbacks. The Princeps long barrel will give you bullet velocity and range, aiming idle sway, firing aim stability. That's really good. These are really good numbers. Once again, plus 25% across the board, except for bullet velocity, which is plus 30%, which I think is a major upgrade. And you don't really need a sight. The sight is so it's like the Grau. It's essentially the Grau 2.0, but an SMG instead of AR. This is one of the most interesting setups you're going to use. Now, if you're going to... So, the SVA has become a sleeper gun. An absolute sleeper gun. I actually started using this from a friend of mine. Shout out to you, John. He dropped the... Once again, he dropped this loadout on Discord. I've been using it ever since. It's disgusting. Coriol Eagle's Eye by now. 60 round mag. Armor piercing. Precision barrel. Across the board. And then Shadow Strike Suppressor. But the key what you're going to want to do with this. Don't fire it full auto. While full auto is good, it's best performed at semi-auto. Because it does shit like this. Yeah. What the fuck? And of course, the intervention from earlier works out amazingly well. And the final one, now these two did get nerfs, but they're still just terrifying. Look at that. And of course, this. This is basically if you want to like piss people off and have fun class. So once again, the tac revolver, you're going to want the Choreo Eagle's Eye. 200 round belt, yes, 200 rounds is just insane. With incinerators that look, That recoil control is disgusting. The Eviction Heavy Barrel is my personal favorite because it gives you aiming idle sway, recoil control, and gun kick control. And the Jack BFB, as we know, is a terrifyingly good. But the key is here. So while this did get nerfed, it's still like you'll still be running into this thing in like close quarters on like Vondel, Ashika, Fortune's Keep, and more than likely Rebirth. This thing will probably still be around on Rebirth. I don't know, but you're gonna want the F-Tech Grimline Laser to give you hip recoil control, sprint fire speed, hip fire, and attack stance spread. Now, alongside that, the Imperator Long Barrel essentially gives you bullet range and uh, bullet velocity and range. Bruin Heavy Sport Grip, low stock mod for obvious answers. I mean, your movement is basically disgusting with this thing. And you want the Jack Magliff kit, which gives you a stupid fire, absolutely stupid fire rate, a magazine ammo capacity of 60 rounds, damage range, and recoil control, all in an aftermarket part. That's fucking stupid. And then I use it with the Breacher Drone. I got a win with it on stream if you guys missed it. And once again, those are my loadout. Also, if you're really sweaty, use Black Noir. Black Noir is just he hides in corners. He like I know this is a loadout video, but in my opinion, he's the best operator when it comes to sweating because you could just hide in shadows and dark hallways and just like creep up on people. Anyway, this was my first ever Warzone loadout video. I've never actually made one until now. So if you guys enjoyed it, once again, like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll catch you all in the very next video. And once again, I am Pirates the Master. I am sailing off into the sunset with you all, the Pirates Party. And, as always, yarg, avasti mateys. Go and plunge the seven seas for treasure and booty. Alrighty. I don't know how to really outro this. It's a really long video, but it's gonna be uploaded pretty soon. Yar.